Hey folks, welcome to Opals NZ. I'm Tim, and today we have an absolutely cracking piece of rough opal from Cooper Pedy. This could cut a top gem. So this is the piece. Absolute cracking gem in more ways than one. One of the ways it's cracking is it's absolutely stunning colour, and it has red and blue combination, among other colours as well, and a really nice pattern. And the other reason it's cracking is because it has some cracks in it, unfortunately. So this piece will cut what I think, I've sort of studied it a bit, what I think will be 4 stones. There's a crack. Maybe 5 stones, depending on how one of them goes. There is a crack. Well, you can see that one really easily. That's actually shallower, that one. And the other one is, oh, you can see it easily now, yeah, is there. And that one's quite deep. And the other thing that we have to contend with is this here, which is actually a potch inclusion. You can sort of see that darker. Yeah, so it's sort of, I'll probably do a slice through here. You can see the colour a bit better on the bottom. But which way I'm going to face it, I'm not sure yet. But what I'll do first is clean up this whole face as one big piece. Clean up the edges and then just have a look at it, because I think it's going to be absolutely quite stunning as one big piece. Just in case I want to keep it as a specimen, which I doubt I will, but once I've cleaned it up and cleaned that skin off, it might be an absolutely stunning specimen. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump on the machine and have a look. Alright, very excited about this piece. I've been looking forward to cutting this. So we'll start by going around the sides, very gently. I'm hoping that this will cut a top gem, or multiple gems. This piece costs, it weighs about just over 10 carats, and it cost me $550, so I think I got a bargain. I think it's cheap because it was a bit cracked and it's quite thin. But anyway, enough chatter, let's take the top off. Wow. There we go. Not popping quite as brightly as I thought, but it's starting to in places. Okay, let's have a quick look with the torch. So yeah, you can see that central piece that I was talking about before has that darker material which will need to come out really. And then we've got that crack on that end. It's probably a bit bright. There we go, you can see it there. And then another crack right there. That looks like it's it for cracks though, so that's good. Now this blob in the middle looks like it goes on an angle. So if I... Oh, and also while I got the torch out, you can see there's sand up in this corner here. And then here as well, just down the side here. So that edge, that whole edge will probably come in a little bit. Let's get the light back on. So yeah, I'll probably just come in a little bit there. But I can leave that for now. My main focus for right now is this center piece. So I'm going to slice it. It's just a matter of where. Okay, I can kind of see it better from this side actually. So you can see that sand line there. And you can see, oops. Let's try and point out what I'm thinking here. So you can see that shadow in here. And you can see that this section here looks like where I could get a clean gem even if I face it from this direction. That divot there can be the end of my cut. That there is not a crack, and there is actually good opal underneath, but it will get very thin. So I think if we go through there and then we aim for that there, and that will be our slice. Actually, we could make it a little bit bigger. So you see from this side it looks like I might be able to get the stone a little bit bigger here. And I'm not really sacrificing anything for this stone. So yeah, I'll come from there and I'll come up to here somewhere. So I'll draw a line for that. Okay, so I draw a line on the back of what looks like that's my stone. It's a nice clean material there. So that's probably the best chances of the biggest stone out of the whole piece. So I should prioritize that section. Cool, I might just mark those cracks out while I'm here. Okay, so mark the cracks out with Sharpie. I'll just, hopefully that's soaked in a bit. It did, yeah, you can see it. Tiny bit. Okay, I think you can see that quite soaked in a little bit. Anyway, I'll get this sliced off first and I'll work on this piece and then I'll worry about that other side. Real gentle at the end so it doesn't chip it. There we go. Right through all that rubbish, look at that. So that was an excellent slice. Although what would be more excellent is if that rubbish wasn't there, but never mind. While I'm here, I could do the other slices. I just realised I didn't have my bloody glasses on under my OptiVisor. I just had the OptiVisor on, so see alright though without the glasses. Those OptiVisors are bloody good. Now that crack, how deep are you? If it's possible, I don't need to slice that off. Okay, so I do need to slice it off. You can see that crack there. You can see how deep it goes there. It goes all the way down to that yucky potch. I'll leave it for now. Alright, back to the 600 wheel. Put some water on there. So I need to get that sand out. Get that crappy matrix out. Well, that's not too bad. It's not as good as I was hoping. I was hoping for a much bigger pattern, which it has there. A little bit. Next up, let's clean this up a little bit. So you can see it's definitely shell material. It's very typical of shell material to have these sorts of inclusions in that shape. Yeah, so that's more the pattern I was looking for. Okay, so neither of these cracks are going to come out, so they go too deep. So I'm going to just chop them off. There's the other. Sweet, there's slice. Nice and clean inside, looks good. Awesome, awesome. Alright. So we can get rid of that sand completely. I honestly thought they'd go way more crystally than this, but I guess that it's pretty much a crystal. A big sand spot in it. I might just see if I can get this off. It looks like there might be good colour underneath it. Yeah, I'll be able to get it off. Just lose quite a bit of thickness. I'll have to think about that. Okay, and these little pieces. Potentially get a pair from these. Look at that, a pair of drops. Or little ovals. One beautiful little oval, double-sided crystal. Now this one. Bloody inclusion. It came down to the size of it. Just trying to get that horrible stuff out there. That's not a pair, unfortunately. Actually, I'm gonna take that off. Oh, look at that. What the heck? Bugger. Must have been another crack. Shit. Oh well. I'll reshape that into an oval. Guess we can go for a pair now. Well, that would have had to happen anyway. I would have found that crack when it dried out. Now I'll save that for some inlay. That's really beautiful, bright little sliver. Try and get these on my hand properly. So those are our pieces. Here, a little drop on this guy, which to be honest, could be sliced in half and made into another pair. Okay, so we're getting down to the pointy end now. Oops. So those are our two ovals, and this is the piece I cut off the end, unfortunately. So unfortunately this piece has a crack right down the length of it. I think it probably coincides with the crack on that other piece that surprised me. Yeah, I don't know if that's showing up on the camera too well. I think it's a bit too bright, but there is a crack running right through the center. Anyway, so that bit's out. And this piece, I've decided that I want to get rid of this
divot, because I'm worried that that'll be a weak point where the stone could crack. So I'll take this remaining sand out, bring that in, and then I'll actually face it from this side because it's much nicer pattern from this side. Seems to be, at least for now. That's more of a mossy floral, whereas that's more flagstone. So this is 1.7 carats as it is, but it's going to come down probably to a carat, I think. The two ovals are just over a carat, so they'll come down when I cut them. Excuse me. So if I can get a 1 carat stone faced from this direction, clean, I'll be happy. So let's do it. Almost got it. I think I'll go for one big stone. It's going to waste more colour, but never mind. There we have it. So that is looking like closer to the colour that I was after. So that's $1,000 plus colour right there per carat. That there is not so much. So that's looking good. So let's get these docked up. So these are the other two. Get these. So we're down to 3 stones now, but should be roughly 2 carats. So let's get them docked up and get them cut. Okay, disaster. Not too bad, but we have had a ship come off of here. There must have been a crack that I missed. So I'm going to have to bring these down in size. He's just finishing it off as well. Back to the 600 wheel. Adjust it. I was just about to get on the polishing wheel, and The little chip that came off, I had it a second ago, but it's gone. Very thin. Let's check that it's polished. Sides. Sweet. And these other two, and then I'll do the backs. Have a look at them. So we just need to find a spot where the wax is. Yeah, like there. Where you can get the knife in between the stone and the wax. Just gentle pressure to pop it off. There we go. Got it. That's actually all right size wise. It's just on the verge of being too small, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a good spot to get it off there. And if you can see that, see how the wax is allowing me to get the knife up against the stone. And it comes off real easy when you get it right. The venerable Mr. Justin Thomas taught me that trick. Thanks, Justin. Alrighty, we're done. Polish the backs as well. And this is what we've got. So one nice big oval with flagstone and chaff. Red, blue, green, and pink. Look at that rolling flash effect as well. So that was the other side, and that's more of a florally pattern, as you can see. So nice, but in my opinion, that's better. It's a little bit more directional from this direction. This one is less directional. So they both have, both sides are nice, which is cool, and they've got different patterns. So whoever buys this stone can pick a side or make a piece of jewellery that shows off both sides. Let's see what it weighs. 0.77, yeah. So 0.7 of a carat for that. It's not quite the caliber color I was hoping for. It's not quite as crystally as I hoped, but the color and pattern is what I was expecting. It's just a little bit milky. So if it wasn't for that, it is fairly transparent. So it is a crystal, but it's not a really clean crystal to compare. I mean, this is ridiculously transparent, this one. So that's a nice clear, crisp clear one, whereas this one is a bit milky. So anyway, it's not the $1,500 color I was hoping for. It's probably about half of that. So that is probably a $500 stone. Roundabout is what I'm putting on it for now. It does have pink as well, which is nice. So it's a little redeeming feature of it. Pink is quite rare
Yeah, like I say, flagstone and chaff. And the little pair, which got even smaller and smaller, turned out nice, but again, not same caliber as the bigger stone, pretty much. So we've got flagstone. This one here has probably a slightly nicer pattern. So they're pretty close to a perfect match, though. Pretty close. This one's got a slightly striated pattern, slightly bigger pattern. One of these chipped right at the end of the pre-polish stage, so I had to bring them both down in size. So there you can see this tip of my finger there, pretty small. What's that? 4mm by maybe 5mm. 4x6, yeah, roughly 4x6mm. So not bad, not bad. Nice little earring stones. We'll weigh them. They're 0.69, 0.7. So that's not bad actually, 0.7. I'm pretty happy with that. So we've got a pair of earrings and a necklace. Bit of a small necklace, but nice. So yeah, 500 for the pair as well. It was 10 carats, and we've ended up with 1.5 carats basically. So the yield wasn't great, but yeah, if it wasn't for those cracks, there was more. The sand went in sort of further than I was expecting. The sand was more annoying than I thought it would be. And then the cracks made these guys smaller. I was hoping for a 2 carat stone and then 2 1-carat stones. 4 carats, that would have been nice. But that's wishful thinking. I should be happy with this, so I am. So thanks for watching. Next week we've got some black opal. We'll be cutting some Lightning Ridge black opal. So make sure you check that out. And hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time.